Hi, second grade. Today we are going to set up our papers for our first graded project, learning about warm and cool colors. What we are first going to do is you're going to put your name in the corner, and then you are going to put your grade and your teacher's initials in the other corner. So second grade Gardner would be a 2G, 2N for 2 Nolte, and 2W for Wazowski. After you have that done, you're going to flip over your paper, and you will then lay down the hand that you don't write with, kind of taking up the whole paper. You're kind of coming in. You can go from the middle, you can go a different angle. You decide where you want it to be, but I want your fingers kind of splayed out, open up, so that, because what we're going to do is trace our arm. This will give your parents a memento of the size your hand was when you were a second grader. Then you're going to take the pencil and drag it around your entire hand, taking your time so that it looks nice and neat. If you make a mistake, you can always stop and erase, but most of the time, this is a pretty easy task to do. Keep your arms still and your fingers still while you trace around them. And then when you get to the edge of the paper, you'll hear it kind of click and then stop. So there I have the tracing of my hand. What you're going to then do is you each have a ruler. What I want you to do is line up the ruler with the top of your paper. You're going to hold it still with a hand that you don't write with, and what we're going to do is make a grid. After you have one line drawn, you're going to line it up, and we are going to go across thinking that our hand isn't even there. What we're doing is making stripes across the paper. So lining it up with the other line so that it's not crooked, and making a grid over the top. So far I have a hand traced, and I'm making horizontal lines from edge to edge of the paper. Now you will be taking a little bit more time. I will be walking around to assist. Remember, ask 3 before me if you don't remember the directions. The width of the ruler is how thick the line is. So from here to here is how thick the line is. And it's basically just lining the ruler up with the last line that you drew and making a horizontal mark. Oops, see, I made a mistake right there. It kind of curved. I can go back and erase that. I can line it back up and try to hold it still. What I did was I let go of the ruler and it kind of slipped a little. The last little line looks a little skinny, and that's okay. Now the harder part comes, where we're going to turn our paper sideways, and we're going to make squares the other way. So what you have to do is you have to line up the ruler with the top of the paper, draw your line until the ruler stops, but then you have to slide it over. To make it straight, you're going to line it up with the top of the paper and the rest of the line that you had, and go like that. Okay? So once again, you are lining it up with the last line that you had. Then you are moving the ruler, lining it up with this line and this line, and going across. Moving a little too quickly. We are going to paint these in a certain style using only warm and cool colors. That is where we will end for today. So, you have a very dark, or you have an outline of your hand, and I'm just darkening it so you can see what I did. So my hand is here, my grid is over the top of it. Thank you for listening so well.